Okay guys, Real 111T here. Sitting here in front of my car, got a couple final thoughts on this car preparedness kit. Also a couple of things that I forgot that are up towards the front of the car. Real quick that I think are kind of interesting and I want to go over. In the glove box, I do keep some over-the-counter medications, some cough drops, ibuprofen. There's a little admin pouch down there. It's got a Write in the Rain notebook. And some other notebooks and some pens and pencils in case I have to write down any information. I think there's a headlight right there too. Manual. My documentation is of course in there. My registration, not my license, my registration. Up here, got a pen and a Sharpie. Always seems to come in handy. Bluetooth device. This is something that's pretty important too. This is a sunglass kind of visor case. I wear prescription glasses and I generally don't wear sunglasses, but I put this space to good use. I've got right here this, that was a Swiss Army knife. You've seen that one. But this is the main thing I'm talking about here. This is a Rescue Me. It's a little car survival tool. If you get into an accident and your seatbelt latch isn't working anymore, there's a seatbelt cutter. And then this thing here is a spring-loaded glass breaker. I'm not going to do it, but the idea is if you're trapped in here, no power, you push this in and the spring snaps and there's a little pin in there that would shatter your glass. So this is good for a couple different reasons. This is good for you. It's good to keep it handy. And as you see, what happened right there, that's actually a perfect demonstration what happened with that Swiss Army knife when I grabbed this out of there. Okay? Is that I don't want to really need that thing bad, and then open this up and go to grab it and have it fall and go down between the seats. This thing, I put this cord on there so I can reach down there and grab it. I took a higher visibility color, didn't have orange, so I grabbed like a red. So, and tied it on there. And this thing is designed, you just kind of pull it, and then that snaps off there, and you got your razor blade exposed. This is a great little tool, guys. It's super cheap. It's less than $15. My dad gave them to all the kids and significant others for Christmas as stocking stuffers. So that's a good thing. If you're looking for that preparedness gift to give some people in your life, this might be the thing, okay? So they can put it in their car, and if they need it, it can help them, extricate themselves from the car if they're submerged in water or something like that. Or another good use for this, is if you show up on a scene. Imagine you see a car wreck, and there's people pinned and trapped in the car, and they can't get out because the car's mangled, and basically the glass needs to go. Tempered glass is a really hard thing to bust through, guys, so this is a good thing to have. And just looking around the rest of the passenger compartment here, I got water bottle. Beginning of the day, this is full, it's empty now. Got an empty soda bottle in this bag here. Good water container. Lunch pail, possibly with lunch in it, possibly some food. So if you were stranded, you'd have, some things with you, About that stuff in the back, you see there are jumper cables back there, but that Orion kit it's come in handy before because I can access the Orion kit back here behind the seat a lot easier than if I had the rear of the vehicle. You see, it's empty right now basically, but if I had that full of equipment, it would really be a pain in the butt to access that. Now if I get a flat tire, I pretty much have to access it. I have to take all the stuff out, access the tire, which is below that layer that you saw in that last video. The tires there, the jack, all those relevant tools, they're all there. I try periodically check the tire to make sure it's inflated, although I do have that other device back there that as long as the engine's running, I can plug it into the 12 volt and you know, top that tire up, you know, and make sure that it's in good working order. The car does have a 12 volt jack in the back, as well as this one right here. So there's that. Another option which you didn't see that I have carried before and probably will carry again is Fix-A-Flat. Fix-A-Flat is a good option because you know, if you're having a slow leak in a tire, it can help you out. If you've got a tire that's blown out or has, you know, massive damage to it, Fix-A-Flat's not what you want. But you have to kind of understand how it works. You know, if you have a tire that's got a slow leak and it's kind of dogging you, especially if you have alloy rims. On my last car I had alloy tires and I had this one rim, you know, once it gets a little corroded inside, the bead doesn't seal right. So Fix-A-Flat actually helped me. But what you got to do is when you put it in, you know, it can inflate the tire to a certain extent. I like to use the Fix-A-Flat, okay? Well, first of all, see how bad the air is leaking. If you have the compressor, you can run the compressor a little bit, see if you can inflate the tire, and then see how quick it's leaking. If it's leaking super fast, then, you know, don't really bother with the Fix-A-Flat. You know, it's just going to make a mess for the guy who has to clean it up. But if it's kind of holding the air, you know, you can put some Fix-A-Flat in there and then top it off with air. But then the thing about Fix-A-Flat, you have to follow the instructions. You have to drive it for a ways. I forget exactly the distance you have to drive it. And think about it, guys. You got to spin the tire so that it spins into, centrifugal force spins it into the you know, where it needs to go. And if there's air leaking out, it'll suck some of that into the gap, and then that'll seal it up. The reason I don't carry it now, basically in the dead of winter, it'll freeze, you know. In the past when I've carried it, I've actually put it in a 30 cal ammo can, and I've carried it 3 season. You can put your road flares in there, you can put some Fix-A-Flat in there, and carry it 3 season, and that'll be really good for you, because if it were to burst in the summertime or leak, it won't mess your car up. It'll stay contained inside that ammo can. So, just some closing thoughts there, guys. Let me know what you think. You've pretty much seen just about everything that I'm carrying. And I never did find that hard hat. So I'll have to take a look around the house for that. You know, I just got this car in July, and I know it was in here at one point, but it's not in here now, so I got to kind of look into that. Usually, I guess it was under the front passenger seat along with that alcohol stove, but I'm not 100% sure that's where I had it. So, all right. All for now, guys. Thanks a lot.